I'm going to be sharing with you in this video a very common misconception that I see happen a lot within how people view the spiritual movement, so to speak. And a lot of people have an idea of what spirituality is about. And oftentimes, the ideas that we have about spirituality and the ideas that other people have about spirituality can actually stop us from truly tapping into the essence of our reality and the peace that can come from quote-unquote spirituality, which is just a label. And I'm going to be sharing with you in this video why spirituality is not a belief system, it's not an ideology, and it's actually a lot more simple than people make it out to be. It's super simple, it's not complicated, but then when we have all sorts of ideas, all sorts of narratives, all sorts of stories about what spirituality is, it blocks us from the essence of what essentially spirituality is trying to point us to, or at least in the context of how I'm going to be using the word spirituality. Because really, spirituality is just a word pointing to a deeper truth. Words are meaningless, right? All words are meaningless. We create the meaning. But it's the essence behind the word that spirituality is pointing to that I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. And I'm going to be sharing with you how to connect to this deeper essence of reality that's going to bring you peace, and how it's not about believing in something and connecting to what spirituality is trying to point us to if we're using the word spirituality in that way in this context. So if you're new to this channel, I'm going to be sharing with you how all that works, and I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell if you're new to this channel, because I do post a new video every single day. Also, I do have a group program coming up in the next couple of months, so if you want more details on the program, and if you want to be a part of the program, the link will be in the description box of the video. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally to apply for a free consultation, hit the link that's in the description box of the video as well. I screwed that up a little bit, but if you want to work with me one-on-one, there's a link in the description for consultation. All right, so spirituality, what is it? In a nutshell, it's not a belief system, first of all. In a nutshell, it's connecting to the actuality of what is now. That's it. That's it. That's all it is. Spirituality is what is happening now. Not the narrative of what you think is happening, not the story of what you imagine this reality to be. It's what is happening in the actuality of this moment without any narrative, no thought. Imagine if you lived life with zero thoughts from this moment moving forward. That's the essence of spirituality. I can't even say that I believe in it. There's no belief. Like, it can sound like a belief when you say, oh, I believe that's what spirituality is about, but spirituality is just a word. It's just a label. In another dimension, spirituality could have been called whatever. It could have been called like hot dogs. Hot dogs could have been the word for connecting to your true self in a parallel reality, right? It's not the word, it's the meaning behind the word. And the meaning behind the word is obviously subjectively created, but that's the core, right? Is to get to the core of what even creates meaning. What creates a belief system? What creates this subjective reality? And it's about seeing, it's super simple. What is spirituality? Being present in the now with zero thoughts. That's it. But how deep can that go? That's the question. Because that can go a lot deeper than people anticipate. It's not like, oh, you learn how to be present and then that's it. No, it's an infinite loop of just going continually deeper and deeper and deeper. Now, here's the common misconception with spirituality, is that spirituality is not about believing in any new age beliefs. Although once you become more spiritual, your mind expands, you might be open to more quote-unquote paranormal things that will become normal for you once you go deep enough you expand to things that are outside the norm of what people believe. And that's not a coincidence, because part of spirituality is about letting go of beliefs. When you let go of beliefs, you let go of what you knew yourself to be, and then you open yourself up to the infinite possibilities of this reality. So you're not believing in a story, you're actually letting go of believing in any story, which opens you up to the infinite potential of all stories. And so the common misconception with spirituality is that spirituality is a belief system, right? You're believing in the New Age, or you're believing in the angels. Now, there is a lot of New Age paranormal stuff that does exist. All that stuff exists. You can manifest your reality. You can do things like witchcraft or whatever. Witchcraft is oftentimes misinterpreted as well, but we'll talk about that in another video, because you create your reality. All that stuff exists, and all of it is open to you if you want to go down that path. But the true essence of spirituality, at least the way that I believe it to be, I guess, and the way I'm communicating it, but even that is not to honor true spirituality, because when I say I believe that's what spirituality is, sure, I can say in this moment that I am associating spirituality, the word spirituality, with letting go of beliefs. But you get to a certain level where you can't even put a label on what true spirituality is. We're just calling it spirituality. I can't say true spirituality is this way, because in other reality, it could have been true hot dogs is this way. But hot dogs is what we're pointing to. Words are limited. All right? The human language is limited. And what we're doing with spirituality, which is a limited word, is to connect to the truth of what is beyond any labels, beyond any concept of what spirituality is. And that's a big common trap of spiritual growth as well, as we have a spiritual ego, right? Where we think that we're spiritual, we know what spirituality is, but the moment that you put spirituality in a box or belief system, now you've disconnected from the true essence of what spirituality is. Again, I don't want to sound dogmatic and say this is the true way that spirituality is, because then it sounds like a belief system, but at least the way that I'm using that word in this context, it disconnects us from the truth of spirituality, or I could say reality. Because reality and spirituality, you can't really separate the two at some point. Spiritual growth is just about what is now. What's the truth? What's the actuality? How can we get closer to loving each other more and just connecting with the truth of life? That's it. That's all it is. Anything else is a belief system. Anything else is a belief system. Believing in something is a belief system. Okay? That's when we're disconnected from the present moment. And this can become a serious issue, because now we start to say that, oh, spirituality is about believing in New Age beliefs. But the truth is that the more you connect to quote-unquote spirituality, the way that I'm using it in this moment, you realize that you're not believing in anything. You're just connecting with reality. And the reason why it's so hard for me to communicate this is because the more you connect to reality, the more that you realize how things just are. People are going to think that, oh, he's so egotistical. He thinks he knows everything. He thinks that he knows just the way that it is. It's just another religion. But that's not how it is. It's like you're so connected to reality that you think that people think that you're communicating in a way where you know everything, but you don't. The true paradox of spirituality is that you don't know anything, but you're just connected to what you see in front of you. And then the more that you tap into that unapologetically, people think that you know everything, and they think you're coming off as egotistical when you're just connecting to the truth of what is right now. Maybe you don't know what the truth is logically, but you can see it, you can experience it, you can feel it in your body. Right? It's not a belief system that you're breathing right now, is it? You're breathing right now. Is that an opinion? It's not an opinion that you're breathing, it's just what it is, right? But then you can go deeper with that. And then people start to think that the more that you connect to the truth of the present moment, people think that you're going nuts, that you're going insane. No, you're not going insane. I'm here to be that light, to tell you you're not going insane. You're just connecting to the truth of this reality, and then people think that you're going nuts, when really you're just being who you truly are, and you're trying to figure out the truth of this reality without thinking about it. Can something be true without thinking about it? Can something be true without putting a label on it? Can something be true without putting it in a box? Can something be true without words? Can a spiritual truth be true without the ability to communicate it and call it spirituality? That's the question. And I think that's what spirituality is. And I really want to run away from saying this is the way spirituality is, because then it sounds like I'm putting it in a box. And that's why I say that I'm just using a word to point to what I believe is the truth of this reality. But it's like, it's not even a belief, it's just what it is, you know? So this is the key. The key is to not put things in boxes. The key is to not label this reality. The key is to not judge the other, because the other is just a reflection of you. Everybody's connected to you. Nobody's separate from you. We're all connected. There's a truth to this reality that cannot be communicated using words. And this is the essence of true spirituality. I said it, but I want you to understand that when I say true spirituality, there's no attachment to that, because true spirituality is everything all at once happening now. But it's not something that we can put in a box. It's just what is now, and now is infinite. So I want you to understand that spirituality is simple. What is happening now, without thinking, without labels, without judgments, without a sense of self. How would you experience reality if you were just a formless consciousness, witnessing presence, observing the form of this reality with no attachment? You don't have to imagine it, because that's the case. But the question is, are you conscious of it? So that's all I have for this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. Also, I do have a group program coming up in the next couple of months that's going to be super powerful, and enrollment is closing soon. So if you want to be a part of the program, and if you want more details on the program, the link will be in the description box of this video as well. Have yourself a great day, as always, and I'll see you in the next video.